Welcome back, dear students. This is Rebecca Deal from RA Knowledge Spot. Dear students, today we have to solve exercise number 2.3. And before, as you know that, so there is something, the headings or the concept, the basic concepts, roots and coefficients of the quadratic equation. Now, what is this actually? Dear students, as you know that, these two are the quadratic formulas. This is the basically a quadratic formula, but actually you can also call it the roots. The roots like the solution set or the answer actually. Now I'm going to pass a statement and I'm going to say a statement for you. Just be focused whatever I'm saying. Dear students, as you know that the quadratic equation, we are having the quadratic equation, and when we solve the quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, with the help of completing square that you have done in exercise number 1.2. Now listen carefully. Okay, I'm repeating again that you have done, you have solved actually quadratic equation with the help of completing square, and the answer that you got or the roots or the solution set that you got in a form of answer actually is this, or you can say the derivation of quadratic formula. So these are the two answer, or these are the two roots. These are the two roots. Now we are going to study further the relationship, and we are going to study now what we have to do with these roots. Okay, now as you know, these are the roots of the equation. Which equation? This equation. The things that I just said you earlier, I'm not going to tell you in a form of writing. Now this one, now we have to study the relation between the roots. See the roots, these are the two roots, and the coefficients of the quadratic equation. Maybe you don't get this line, but after doing actually some process you will get it. But there are some students who want to do work with the concept actually. Then I know that you can get me what I want to say you and what I want to teach you actually. Now we want to know, or we want to create a relation between roots, like these are the two roots, and the coefficient of quadratic equation. If you already know that what is the coefficients are a, b. X square, the coefficient of x square is a, and the coefficient of x is b, and c is the constant term. We have to create a relation between these two roots and these numbers. Now as we know that these are the two roots, now we are going to call the first root, that is alpha, and the second root, that is beta. We haven't done anything. We are just going to differentiate, and we just make them clear that we are going to call the first root to alpha, and the name of the second root is beta. Okay, moving towards the next. Okay students, there is a question that is asked by your examiner, and you have to prove there's a relation that when we add these two roots, like sum of roots, what will happen? We will say that when we add these two roots, what will be the answer actually? That is alpha plus beta. This is the value of alpha and this is the value of beta. We are going to add these two fractions. As you know that these are the two fractions, and of course these are the two fractions and the denominator are same. Basically we want it all the time that when we have a fraction in front of us, and naturally or luckily if we are having the same denominator, things will be more simpler for us. Now what we will do, we are going to write this 2a once, and we simply have to write the upper numbers as it is. Now what will happen? This plus minus minus, and this again plus minus will give you minus sign. Now this term, that is under the root b square minus 4ac and under the root b square minus 4ac, they are exactly same. In maths we know that when number are same, the sign are opposite, they will be cancel out. It means these two terms actually cancel, they will be cut down. Now what we have, minus b and again minus b, and when we will add them, we will get minus 2b, and the denominator will be as it is. Some more cancellation, 2 is cancelled with this 2, and we will have just minus b by a. Now dear students, this is called, whenever we are going to ask you in 2.3, we need actually sum of roots will always equal to minus b over a. This is a small proof, a derivation you should know, you have to practice of the 2 to 3 lines of the proof. You have to solve it and do the practice. Now we have to find product of roots, that is alpha beta. Now this is the first root that we call it actually alpha, and the second one is beta. We have to multiply now. Dear students, in algebra or in mathematically, in the rules, when we use the rules and laws of maths, we can write like minus b by 2a plus this term divided by this. When we have in the numerator two terms that are added or subtracted, and there is a single number in the denominator, we can write in this way that minus b by 2a plus this term by 2a, then minus b by 2a minus this one by 2a. Now a very known formula, we use it many times, that is a plus b and a minus b, that is a square minus b square. I just use that formula. Now when you open b square, that is 4a square, minus will be as it is. There is a cancellation with the square root, b square minus 4ac divided by 2 2s are 4 and a square. Once again students, we are having the two fractions, there's a negative sign, and luckily we are having the same denominator. We have to do nothing, we just write 4a square, b square will be as it is, minus plus minus and minus minus plus. There is a cancellation that b square negative and b square positive will be cancelled out. We will just have 4ac divided by 4a square. Now as you can see, we can cancel 4 with 4, and there are 1a in the numerator and the 2 a's in the denominator. We will just cancel, and what we have, that is c by a. Okay, after cancellation you will get c by a. It means in the previous that slide you saw, that is the sum of root, and here the product of root. Now sum of root is equal to minus b by a, and the product root of that roots is equal to c by a. What you have to keep in your mind, only these two relations and also the proof. Okay, now using these relation and using these you can say the answers, we are going to solve the exercise. Now once more I have like elaborate something more. In your book it is written, you can see this this was the sum of root, that minus b by a. What is b actually? B is the coefficient of x, as you just recall in your mind, that is ax square plus bx plus c. And what is a? Coefficient of x square. Then this is the product of roots, the relationship with the terms. C is your constant and a is the coefficient of x square. This is the thing that is mentioned in your book. Now we are going to start 2.3 in this exercise. A very simple question. The first question is very simple. Without solving, we have to find the sum and product of the quadratic equation. We have to find the sum and product. Now you can see the equation is in front of you. We have to compare this with the always with your quadratic equation, because of course this is a kind of quadratic equation. Now the value of a is 1, the value of b is minus 5, and the value of c is 3. Now we know that s is equal to alpha plus beta, and that is equal to minus b over a. As we have done here, we just have to put the values. Now minus will be as it is, and the value of b is minus 5 and the value of a is 1. After that minus minus plus. Now we have to find the product of roots, that is equal to c by a. Now some more simplification, you have to put the value of c. 3 by 1 will give you only 3. Now this is another question. As you can see, px square minus qx plus r is equal to 0. Comparing with again quadratic equation, the value of a is p, b is minus q, and c is r. The sum of root is equal to alpha plus beta, that is minus b by r. Just putting the value. Now minus minus plus, q by p is the sum of roots. Now product of root, that is c by a, the value of c is r, the value of a is p, and this is your answer. That is so simple. As you can say, maybe you will enjoy this, because of course you just want to do something easy rather than difficult. Now this is another question, that is a plus b. Now comparing with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Just putting the value. Now ABC, the values, sum of root is equal to alpha plus beta minus b by a. We're just going to put the value. Then this will be a by this, you can say minus minus plus, a by a plus b. Product of root, that is alpha beta, is equal to c by a. Just putting the value, and this is b by a plus b. Dear students, this is question number 1, and I hope so that the things are more simpler for you. But dear students, don't start the exercise directly. This is not your level, because in 10th and 9th grades you have to thoroughly you should take the concept thoroughly, and then you should jump towards the exercise. Don't jump to the exercise suddenly, and you have to know first basic things regarding your exercise, whatever you are doing. So the basic things in this exercise I have told you. First you have to go through and you have to do the proof by yourself. Once you should practice it, because it may be possible you will get the question of proof, that what just you maybe the question is asking you, show that the sum of the roots is equal to minus b by a and product of the root is equal to c by a. Fine. So hope so you got these questions, and you have to practice a lot. I'm going to see you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.